All right, beautiful people. So, quick video just showing you what the expectations of the analysis are. All right. So, here in the rubric, these are basic requirements that will allow you to meet the expectation. Okay. So, a lot of students say, how do you get started? Well, I'm saying restating your thesis and then just restating your evidence and just with one sentence demonstrating what it showed or explaining what it showed will get you started. All right. But here is where you really need to focus on it, right? And focus on executing, and that is explaining the significance of your evidence and how the evidence actually solidified your argument. Okay. Um, Here's how it might look just doing the first two, restating your thesis and then having a sentence stating what the evidence demonstrated. So you might restate your thesis like that, and this will get you started. And then at bare minimum, you might write a follow-up sentence saying, the evidence in this essay demonstrated. Okay. However, where you really want to evolve to and you want to grow as a writer, you want to get to this point, and that is focusing on this checklist right here. In your analysis, you should actually explain and connect the evidence back to your argument, thesis statement, right? Explaining, describe, and you can do that by doing by executing these action moves, right? So you can describe the historical context related to the argument that is events that contributed to the start/end of apartheid, right? Here's an example of the events that contributed to the start of apartheid, and here are events that contributed to the end of apartheid, right? So you may connect any of these events or any point in time, right, in history that may relate to your argument or apartheid in itself. Is it xenophobia and the fear of blacks that contributed to apartheid? What about World War II and nationalism that was taking place at the time, etc.? Okay. Now another action move that you can incorporate that will allow you to explain the evidence in detail and how it contributed to your argument and ultimately solidified your argument would be making relevant comparisons and connections. So here are examples of that. I mean, you might compare apartheid to the Jim Crow laws, right? As you add value, because that's what the analysis is about. It's really about adding value to your argument, to your paper. So you might make a relevant comparison here, or in another example, would be the Defiance Campaign in 1952. You might compare it to the to Gandhi and the protests against British rule, or Martin Luther King against white oppression during the civil rights protests. Okay, so again, the major point of the analysis is to add value to your argument, and if you want to wow the reader, then you will refer to this checklist that I'm projecting. If you want to meet expectations, then you'll refer to this checklist, right? And get started by, using this format right here, okay? All right, we'll grow, we'll get better. If you have any questions, please email me, okay? All right.